Today, we is about to be reacting to the new underground rap scene explained, made by what's this guy's name? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Am Chan. I mean, so we about to react to this whole thing. I'm not really familiar with. Well, I am familiar. I'm baseline familiar with the underground scene, but I want to reinforce that understanding because 2026. It just started. Well, not really. It's like be like 3 months in, but it just started, and I'm trying to see who's expected. Obviously, we got Che, uh, Osama's son, Nine Vicious really like running 2026 up. But I want to see who's really like the king of this shit. So let's just react. Let me just stop talking. Let's react to this shit. Go.
We are in a new year. There has been a new underground wave that has arguably been one of the best that we've seen with artists day by day blowing up like Che, Osama-san, Nine Vicious, and more who are
Too
on
slimy. Can't forget too slimy. Can't forget too
the verge
slimy.
of becoming mainstream in 2026. With
Holy
these artists
shit.
skyrocketing in popularity, let's take a look at some of the most popping underground artists right now and the overall state of the underground
Okay,
rap
that's
scene in
Slayer,
2026.
Slayer, Slayer. Can't forget about Slayer too. Can't forget about Slayer.
And now starting off with, in my opinion, the artist who has made the most amount of
Che.
growth within the past year is most definitely Che. And his
Uh,
evolution as the artist is truly insane, as this dude has been in the underground for a hot minute, like ever since like 2021, which is insane. And he's just now gaining massive
yeah,
buzz
not
by
that
basically
ass.
doing a complete 180 on his sound and his
We
aesthetic.
went from Teromani to Che. Like, who really going? Yeah, that's Dick Round, man. Son. He's
And now
out. He's
Che
out. He's
would
out. He's out.
obviously
He
burst
really did a
change his sound
180
in
though. He
2024,
really did
that
that
thing with his
180.
album Say So Says, which did appeal to the new underground sound, like using a lot of like, heavy hardcore rage beats, which
Yeah,
this would work well for him. It's like, bro, Say So Says
facts.
was a great album. And then fast forward to 2025, he would then tease his next album, Rest in Bass, which was
Rest in
like Say So
peace.
Says, but just 10 times more bass and just 10 times more chaos.
Exactly.
I remember
Way
the
more
hype
chaos.
being insane for this album. Like, I remember this dude Che using the whole letter red spray paint method, which, speaking of whole letter red, as soon as Resident Base did drop, it would get low-key mixed opinions, with a lot of people calling it a discount whole letter red, saying that Che is biting Cardi, which, hey, on
That's
a few
crazy.
tracks, bro, the influence is definitely
I mean, but Cardi inspired most of these like upcoming people now. So it's like it's kind of expected. Like most of these, not most, but some of these niggas, it sounds like they genuinely got their inspo from Cardi, bro. Like no cap, you can't just take that away. Like Cardi is a major artist in the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like it's expected to like for people to. It was like look when Lil Uzi Vert was popping. Like everybody was like type copying his flow because it was like the new shit. Everybody's following that new shit. Whatever is in trend, people are gonna copy that in trend shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's expected. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, don't copy them to the max. Obviously, add your little yourself to it. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing wrong with chasing your icon.
like there, bro. But I feel like Che had his own spin to it, and it was
Exactly.
cool
He has his
for
own
Che,
spin
in
to it.
my
You want to have
opinion,
your own
to
spin to
keep
your
the
shit.
rage genre going, especially since Cardi's newest album, Music, was the complete opposite of like rage. But as months
Yeah.
would go by, fans would begin to love this album, as even Fantano, the motherfucker who has the most outlandish album reviews, gave it a 7, which is mad. And he was also getting
I
co-signed
don't know
by
what the fuck that
Yeet,
is.
and doing all this at
Yeah.
19
Co-signed
was
by
like
wait.
mad, bro.
Co-signed
And
by
yeah, he was
Yeet.
also who has the most outlandish album reviews, gave it a 7, which is mad. And he was also getting co-signed by Yeet,
Oh shit. That's
and doing
fire.
all this at 19 was like mad, bro. And yeah, once Rest in Bass
19.
began to like,
How old is
click
he?
with the
20 now. Chase
listeners, bro,
20
Che
now.
was seen as one of the top dogs in the underground. If you guys were at that
Fire.
Rest in Bass tour, bro, that shit was freaking crazy. And also seeing and work with Osama, who I will like get into, bro, this was like
Oh yeah, guys. One thing. I might be going to a Che concert soon in New Haven. You know what I mean? I might record it. I might not. We don't know because that's in April. That's in April. We don't know what that's gonna be. But I'll keep you on touch with that shit though. That shit gonna be lit though. Okay.
the birth of a
That shit
new
gonna be fire.
underground duo, which was just fire. And then last month, Che would drop the Rest in Peace Encore,
Yep, that's
which I
right.
think it's like, pretty like solid. But in my opinion, it's like this dude took the crazy songs on Rest in Peace, but just 10x it, which is like cool. But I obviously think the original album is just better. And now currently in
Alright.
2026, Che is obviously fresh off dropping the Encore, and he's even going on his second leg for the Rest in Peace tour. So needless to say, he is
Yeah.
still in the Rest in Peace era, but definitely expect a new era from him after the tour or like sometime at the middle of this year. And speaking of new era,
What y'all think he gonna be putting out now? Like, honestly, I think this is just going fuck mainstream. Just fuck it. I don't know.
eras, Netspin has been in a
This nigga Nespin. This nigga Nespin. I think Early Life Crisis, if that's what it's called on his shirt, is dropping soon. I know he delayed it, but it's on the verge of dropping this month, I think. This
new
month, I'm
era
pretty
for a
sure.
while,
March?
and his fans are definitely getting more and more impatient. Literally a
Yeah.
year ago in early 2025, Net was fresh off dropping his last album, Badass Fucking Kid, and this album was a great debut album. It did great numbers, and he even
Fire.
had a HBO documentary. He signed a record deal, and the
I think the HBO documentary is fake. I'm not sure. I think that's fake. I think it was just some stunt. I'm not sure though.
the first half of like last year, bro, he
What
was
I
low-key
heard.
on a run, dropping like singles, and he was also being hella active, even getting the Kanye cosign, the Frank Ocean cosign. But in June of last year, he
I need
was starting to
Frank
tease his next
Ocean
album, that being
cosign.
Early Life
Jesus.
Crisis, that being his sophomore album, even previewing a potential cover art, and even that's been having his own mini Early Life Crisis with producers on following him at the time. But Net would bounce back, dropping this 2-pack EP with Stress and Her Friends, which were like both peak and are
Yeah.
probably some of the best Net songs I've
Little
ever
comedy
heard,
piece.
and it proves that he is locked in for Early Life Crisis. But the next months would go by after Net did drop this 2-pack EP in August, and nothing would happen. So the hype low-key died down for a minute, but yo, fans are
Yeah.
still hype. But bro, could have dropped in like fall. Like bro, every underground artist dropped last year except for Net, and it's been over a year since Badass Fucking Kid dropped. So I can only imagine that this is gonna be his best work. But currently he is on tour in Australia, so I can only imagine that the album
On
does
tour
drop
on
in the next few
Australia.
months, as
Holy
he even teased it
shit.
dropping in February. So yeah, man, I'm definitely hyped for sure. And he's also been seen
February?
hella with
Yeah, it's March.
Osama-san
He
in the
still hasn't
past
dropped
month,
it, I
with
don't think.
Osama-san even bringing him out on tour, which can low-key make a grown man cry. And even leakers having possession to an
Osama-san going
entire tape with the
crazy.
both of them. So maybe we might see a tape with the both of them this year. I doubt it. But moving on to Low O Osama-san. Now, Osama-san, also one of the top dogs
Yeah,
in the
Osama-san
underground,
went
was on an
crazy.
insane
I
run.
think
He
he
had his
stopped.
ups
I think
and
he's done
downs
with
with the
tour, but I'm
ups
not
being
sure.
him dropping 2 albums back
He
to
was,
back,
yeah,
that being
his
Jump
tours
Out and
going
Psychotic. And
crazy.
these albums, in my opinion, being some of the best underground albums last year, bro. Jump Out was obviously a
That
new
ass.
sound that we did see from Osama-san, which many fans thought was different and unorthodox from his original Flex music sound. But this album has grown on me like crazy, bro. Comment down below, which
For real.
album do y'all fuck with more, Jump Out or Psychotic? Now, Psychotic and
Between Jump Out and Psychotic, I'm gonna say Psychotic.
my
Fuck
opinion,
it.
was one of the best albums
Fuck with
from
his
last
mixes.
year. And like Rest in Bass, I think Osama-san did a good job at keeping the rage sound alive, along with using heavy
Facts.
distortion on
Facts,
songs
facts,
on the
facts.
album, like Magdum and the intro Habits. And this album seriously has some of the best music that I've heard from Osama-san. It's like he seriously evolved his sound to the next level, and a lot of his flows were mad, bro. And the Psychotic tour, bro, if you guys did attend that tour, y'all know how crazy this album did hit being performed live.
Yeah,
The
that shit
Psychotic
fucking
era as a
crazy.
whole was pretty like fire. Right now in
Oh, I got me the
2026, it does seem
flashbang,
like
bro.
that Osama-san
Yo,
is using a
like,
Psychotic Deluxe, which I hope
fuck,
does
bro.
drop soon. Yeah, man, it does seem like Osama-san is gonna be in the Psychotic era for a while until it's time for him to move on. Another artist who also was one of the top dogs
Nine
and
Vicious. I know Nine Vicious is on a run right now. Before Emotions. You know what I mean? He hasn't dropped the album yet, but just the shit's good. He's doing good. He went from 600, I think, 600K monthly to like a million. I think he passed it up. That's crazy. within like a couple months.
Always in the media, in the underground, and just involved in everything is definitely Nine Vicious. Now,
Yeah,
Nine,
he's for
in
sure
my
coming
opinion,
up.
has had one of the craziest character transformations last year, bro. He's obviously
Uh,
taken over like last year, but he's also built one of the most split audiences and fan bases we've ever seen. At the start of last year, Nine was seen
Facts.
as a super underrated and respectable artist, but then
Oh,
some things
my
ended up
bad, y'all. My bad, y'all.
happening,
My
such as allegations and bro beefing and having controversies with every motherfucker in the underground. So yeah,
bad.
man, he
That
was
bro dissing
definitely on demon
anybody.
time, even being called the 6ix9ine of the underground. But he'd still be dropping music nonetheless, like Tumblr music, which was actually very, very solid, as well as dropping For Nothing, which
Yeah.
aside from all the controversy, a lot of the time
I'm not gonna lie, I ain't really listen to those albums. I only listen to a handful of songs just because my bro wanted to put me on. Like, I only listen to a handful of songs that were in those albums combined. I only have like a couple. I'm not really the biggest Nine Vicious fan, but he's going crazy. Before Emotions, I have tapped into. I've tapped into, starting to tap in more into Nine Vicious. You know what I mean? So yeah,
the music would
he
speak
ain't
for
bad. He
itself,
ain't
and
bad. He
a
ain't
lot of
bad. He doing
people
his
would
shit.
begin to mess with this album For Nothing, which would lead to Nine building a very, very strong and diehard fan base. And fast forward to now, many Nine Bitches fans are waiting for his next album, Emotions, which is
Yup,
his next
Emotions.
album. Now, literally, just yesterday he did post this tweet saying January, which probably means that he is dropping a before EP for
He
Emotions. I mean,
did. He did. He did. He did. Um, this video is a month behind, so this video was probably made January, not February. So I am ahead. I'm very late to this video, but whatever. Whatever. I need something to post. I need something to post. I want to post this shit.
I doubt he is
Don't get
gonna
mad at me.
drop the album this
Don't get
month
mad at me
because
for
he
that
always
shit.
drops a before EP before the album. But he has obviously posted the cover, and he also did post a
Yeah.
snippet which does sample work by Rihanna. And yeah, it is definitely hard, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely hear the album for sure. But yeah, man, Nine has definitely grown on me
Yeah, I don't know
as
when I was
a
gonna honest,
artist.
bro.
But yeah, man, and also a
Oh,
Apollo
you honest?
and Nine Vicious tape was also teased, which yeah, that would definitely be hard. I can only imagine that he is gonna be even more active this year. I feel like if he just stops beefing other artists and just stays consistent, he can definitely be bigger and bigger. Although Nine is
Facts.
known for making good music, a artist that's known for making meme music, I should
That nigga too slimy, bro.
say, and low-key building a fan
Oh
base is
my
none
god. Oh, this nigga's at 300K, I think. I think going into March, he's at 349,000. Last time I checked, 350 maybe. Maybe higher. I don't know. I haven't checked. But going into March, I know he's at surpassed 300K. 300K monthly.
other than Too Slimy. Now, yo, Too Slimy, before making this video, I did not know much, about him. Like, obviously, I would see him a lot on, media pages and, on stream with Blackboy Max, and even hopping on a Ken Carson open leaked verse, but then saying that it wasn't a open, which this is how I actually, found out about bro. Now, I was listening to some of his music while making the script for this, video, and it's definitely a acquired taste. Honestly, bro,
Yeah, it's very
he's like a
different.
more distorted Mexican version of Che. Like, this dude's music is the most
What is that comparison? A Mexican version of Che? What is that comparison, bro? Yo, Tucson got his own shit. Nobody's competing with that shit. Bro, that type of music is like, if he was really if he was really trying to go different, like that's he executed that very well. Like S tier, bro. A+, bro. Nobody's matching that shit. Nobody's matching that shit, bro.
distorted shit ever. But yo, Loki,
It's
he's
just
Loki
no
putting
like
the
no
Mexicans
disrespect.
on
It's just
for
like
this underground scene, bro.
noise,
I
bass, and
can't
just
lie,
like
bro.
it's
And now for
very
a lot
chaotic.
of the youths and just underground fans in general, they do fuck with
Like it's more chaotic than Che Osama combined, nigga. Like times 10. That's basically like Two Slimy's music.
the sound. And
No
Too
cap.
Slimy is low-key seen as a meme rapper, as I did say, and his music
He is a
just
meme
goes to
rapper.
show how crazy music and just the underground rap scene is evolving. Like, bro, this dude is low-key making new genres.
That's what I'm saying. Am I gonna yo 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 yo? Don't
a
get me
too
demonetized, bro.
slimy song for anyone over the age of fucking
Man, it
30,
don't even
bro.
matter.
They're
It's on the
instantly
second
just
page
dying.
anyway,
But there is again people who are genuine fans of his music, and he's even
which
performing
is
at
crazy. He
Rolling
sold
Loud.
out.
So shit, man, he's definitely doing
Sold
something
out.
right. And I feel like as much as you guys do
Sold out.
hate for me to say this, bro, this is the future of rap, distorted bass music. I mean, maybe not to this extent, but yeah, man, Too Slimy is definitely doing it for show. And now on to the final artist is
Doing
Slayer,
this
bro. Now,
shit.
actually, he did
Slayer, yeah, he's not even doing this shit, man. He's doing this shit. I mean, I just gotta give him respect. At least he could say he's going out and doing it. Not a lot of people can do that. Not a lot of people don't even start. Some people don't even get noticed, bro. There might be people that, I mean, there probably is people that are better than Two Slimy. There's people that are probably better than Che, better than Osama, but do they release their music? No, they don't. They just rather stay in a box and not promote their shit. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta respect these artists in general because they actually go out their way and take the hate. But at the end of the day, they still post. They still put their music out there. You know what I'm saying? Despite the judging and the criticism and all that other shit. Like, at least they doing it. They can at least say that they're doing it. Not a lot of people can say that.
make a separate video going
That's
more
just me.
into
That's just
depth
my take.
about, like, Slayer and his career. And he was low-key on a run last year, obviously, like, dropping
Like,
2
I'm not
albums,
familiar
with
with his
one
shit,
of
but
those albums being
I've heard this shit.
Half-Blood,
I've
being
heard
his
this shit.
breakout album.
I heard
It
some.
has the
I
perfect
heard some.
blend of rage, rap, and just beautiful melodies that just put you in a trance, bro. And bro, the transitions on this album are nuts. So yeah,
I need to
man, from the
listen more
music side
to
of things, he's
Slayer. No
definitely
cap.
killing it. And bro, Half-Blood even got taken down and it's back up and it's doing numbers. And also Slayer was blowing up on Twitter for his performances and him having no aura, but all that did was just put more exposure around his name. But yeah, man, he's
Nah,
definitely
gang.
killing it for sure. And the deluxe for Half-Blood is turned in and it's probably dropping, like, this month. And it is the next piece of music that he is dropping, man. But yeah, man, if I had to predict anyone taking that massive leap in 2026, it's definitely Slayer. But yeah, man, that is it for the
Yeah.
underground update, man, for 2026, man. Comment down below
Thank
which
you for the
artist
update, bro. I appreciate you. M Chan, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. That eyes, bro. Yo, if y'all fuck with this video, man, subscribe, like, man. This shit ain't nothing new to this. I already know, man. See y'all in the next video. Wow. Haha.